Under the,
Oh, I got it. I got it.
yeah, there you go.
One of us got it.
What did you do? Go to the left of the thing?
I just moved the different spots, and all of a sudden it worked. So
Very good.
I don't know.
So don't give up, folks. There is a way to hit the record.
Yeah. Okay, folks, we're going to get started here. Thank you for coming. We had a little discussion before we started the recording. Got a little lesson on Belize. Hope you enjoyed it. But that's Bill Graham. I'm Ron Schneeberger, and every morning we, as part of the Circadians, which we're part of, we do a show here on Blab, how to use a Blab, how to host a Blab, best practices. And then at the end of the week, we have a casual Friday where we just let you join in and we ask questions. But people ask us, who are the Circadians? The Circadians are a concept community. Our community isn't built around individuals. We live, work, and thrive in a guru-free zone. Everyone is equal, everyone is important, and we all matter. And everyone has their own special gift. The sum of those gifts is greater than the individual. And what we do is we are creating relationships through event-driven, outcome-oriented business-building platforms, broadcasts, websites, content, training programs, and more. But mostly, we operate in a guru-free zone, getting stuff done. We welcome the opportunity to elaborate on that. Ask for an invitation to our community today by emailing stan@thecircadians.com. If you want to follow along with our program here, you can go to learnblab.com and you can see the PDF file that we read from. We'll get into telling you a little bit more about the Circadians as we go on, but now I'm going to turn the program over to Bill, where Bill's going to go through our program for today. Go ahead, Bill.
Thanks, Ron. Did you mention to people how to ask a question?
No, I figured I'd let you go over that.
Okay. Well, for the people that are here and new to what we do, one of the new things in Blab the past few weeks is that we have a question column on the left side. So the preferred way to ask a question is to type in /Q, a space, and your question. And then that question will get put into the comment stream, or the question stream, sorry, on the left-hand side. And then at that point, you should be able to read the questions. And if you click on the little star in there, it will kind of vote for those questions. And the more votes a question has, it will bring it to the top. And we'll certainly answer the questions first that people want answered. So that's one of the main things we'd like to let you know is how to ask a question. We're going to get into it now, approximately 30 minutes on how to use a Blab. There's no Blabus interruptus. We do it every weekday morning at this time, which is 10 a.m. in the U.S., 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this Blab is about 15 minutes long. It's fast-paced with a clear goal. We want to give you the confidence to get on and use Blab. We don't answer many questions from the audience during the Blab, so we ask you to, try and hold your questions till the end. And at that time, we'll open the seats, and we do encourage you to jump in, experience the Blab from the inside, and ask your questions at that time by simply clicking on the call-in button in one of the open frames, and either Ron or I will let you in. Now, this presentation every morning, there's more than Ron and I involved. There's some other people like Michelle regularly in the comment stream that post some links to some of the other resources we have pertaining to the Blab. And as a group, we are the Circadians. And who are the Circadians? Well, we're a concept community that isn't built around any one individual. We live, work, and thrive in a guru-free zone where everyone is equal, everyone matters, and everyone has their own special gift. And of course, the sum of those gifts is greater than any one individual. What we do in the Circadians is we create event-driven, outcome, business-building platforms with broadcasts, websites, content, training programs, and other things like that. But mostly, we operate in a guru-free zone, getting stuff done. And we welcome the opportunity to elaborate on that. Just ask for an invitation to our community today by emailing stan@thecircadians.com. And hopefully somebody can put that in the comment stream for you right now. There's no rules for a Blab, but the Blab team has created some agreements or guidelines they would like the community to go by. So here they are. Respect each other, honor the viewer's time, let others talk, don't be an awful person to be around, argue the point and not the person, and the host sets the rules to the party unless they conflict with these rules. There's some people every morning that, before we actually get into the presentation, we like to thank. First of all, for their input and their knowledge on Blab that have helped us put the presentation together, and other people that just seem to be here every day supporting us, and we'd like to let them know that we appreciate them. Some of the contributors have been Roxanne Davenport, Eileen Smith, Chef Dennis, all people that we encourage you to go and follow. Some other people we encourage you to follow are people that follow us on a regular basis, like Roosevelt Gist, Dutch Driver, Michael D. Thomas, Boomy Benjamin. And if you download the PDF, there's some other people there that are a great resource and value, and it's good to follow them. Okay, let's get started. When you first get into a Blab, you're going to see that the whole screen is black, even the comments. Over on the left-hand side, you'll see a black Tell a Little Bird with a little blue bird. Click on that. You'll see a dialog box, and now you can post that tweet, and it'll go out to your followers and let them know that you're about to start a Blab. Now, you can modify that message, type your own message, or you can just go with the auto-generated one. Also, under that, you'll find Tell Your Aunt, which is basically the same thing, but it will allow you to share this Blab with your Facebook friends and followers. Giving props is another thing that we like to mention because we like to get them. But giving props is done by clicking on the screens of both Ron and I at this time, or anybody else who's in a Blab. That's what the two little hands are. They're kind of like double high fives. They basically tell people that you like the topic that they're talking about, you agree with what they're saying, and you'd like to hear more about it. Now, these props don't rank you higher on search engines. They don't give you any more, credibility with anybody. You can't redeem them at McDonald's for your breakfast sandwich. They're simply a nice gesture to let the people in the Blab know that you're following along and you agree and like what they're talking about. Okay, the next thing that's important is your Blab profile. Your Blab profile matches your Twitter profile by default, but it doesn't have to. You can change it to better suit the message you want to convey on Blab. And this is a good idea because Blabbers roll over each other's profiles to find out about them. And hosts do the same thing too before they welcome people in. And a lot of times the decision to follow you or not to follow you is made on the information that people find in your little bio in your profile picture. So take a little bit of time, fill out your bio, and we encourage people to also link it to your website if you have one. And I'm sure everybody has one. The next thing is at the top of the comment stream, you'll notice an all button and a mentions button. Now the all button is what the comment stream comes in by default. It shows all of the comments that people put into the comment stream. And if you click on mentions, it will isolate just the comments that you have been mentioned in where somebody has used your Twitter or your Blab handle and made a comment specifically to you. So it's good to click on that, see who's liking what you're saying, and make sure you're following them. And yeah, just keep up with people that way. Now you can see your list of followers, and the people that are following you on your profile page. If you look at your followers' profiles, you can see if the follow is mutual. Now, the next thing is participating in a Blab. The Blab can have up to 4 blabbers, including the host. The host typically sits in the top left-hand square, but that's not necessarily the case, especially in replay. The host determines how many seats will be open, and they also decide if there will be rotating blabbers or if there will be 2 seats open, 1 seat open, whatever the case may be. That's the host's job. Now, back in the comment stream on the right side, if you you'll notice that now, and it's not even a change anymore because it's happened so long ago, it's just a thing. But the comment stream has a dark background with light writing, and if you find that hard to read, you can always
forgot my signs, Bill. You
can always change that background from the dark background to a light background. I don't know, can you see that? To a light background by typing /light. And if you get over there and you find that you don't like that, you can go back to the dark by typing /dark, and it'll bring you back. I can't see myself right now because I have my presentation covering me. So hopefully everybody was able to see that. Perfect. The next thing to know is actually how to make a comment. If you go to the bottom of the comment stream, you'll see a send a message dialog box. Click on the inside of that, hit enter, click inside of it, type your message, and then hit enter, and your comment will be inserted into the comment stream. We covered this a little earlier, but again, just so people know, the next thing that's preferred is if you ask a question, type /Q, a space, and then your question, and it will insert your question into the comment stream on the left, and it makes it a little easier for the hosts to distinguish between what are comments, what are questions, and what's just friendly chat between the people that are watching. The next thing is if you roll your mouse over somebody's profile picture in the comment stream, you will notice 2 things, a light gray star and a reply arrow. Now, clicking on the reply arrow will insert their username in the comment area. So you'd simply click on that return arrow, their name will pop up, type your message at the end of it, type enter, and your comment will go into the comment stream, and they'll be able to isolate that later by clicking mention and hopefully respond back to you. If you click on the star, you're basically liking what they said or favoriting what they said or just acknowledging and telling the person that you agree with what they said. And if they roll, or if anybody rolls their cursor over that star, the profile pictures of the people who like that comment will come up. Another thing you can do in the comments stream is, and we ask you not to do this now, but if you get into your own Blab and you have tech issues, you can always type @help in the comments, and somebody from Blab will come running. So again, please don't do that. They do come running, and the fact that we do this every morning, we don't want to be crying wolf, because on occasion we do have technical issues, and we appreciate when they come and look after them for us. Next, joining a Blab. It's easy to do. When we open the seats, you'll notice underneath Ron and I will be a black square with a circle. Inside the dotted circle, the words call in will be written. If you click inside that circle, it will send a notification to Ron and I that you would like to come into the Blab, and we'll normally let you in. It's Monday morning, but typically we wake up on the right side of the bed, and we're happy to have people in. Following people. When blabbing, you're going to meet people from all over the world. It's one of the wonderful things about these live streaming features. And some of these people you're going to want to follow. By following them, you'll know when they go into blabs or when they start blabs, and if they're people that you agree with, or as we say, are like-minded. It's a good way to know when they're going to be out there and doing stuff that you might be interested in. People in the frames like Ron and I, if you click on our profile pictures, you'll see our username, and you can follow us from there if you like. Or you can click on the profiles of people up at the top and see their bio, and again, make your decision whether you would like to follow them from there. Who is in a blab? If you look at the top, all of those profile pictures are the people that are in the blab right now. To the left of all of those profiles are two numbers. The white 30 are the number of people who've stopped in and visited the blab this morning, and the white 12 is the number of people that are watching the blab right now. And if you click on that 12, 13 in this case now, it will bring a drop-down menu. It'll tell you who those 13 people are. It'll show you their bios, whether you're following or not following. And we encourage you to follow everybody that follows us. And I think that is pretty much the basics on how to use Blab. Have I missed anything, Ron?
No, I think you covered it fairly well, Bill. I don't think there's anything more we can go over. Now, tomorrow, we're going to have Lindsay Allen's going to do the presentation, and he's going to cover the same information we did today. But Lindsay is part of our co-hosting program with the Circadians, and he's once a week he's sitting in for me. I get to sit on the outside and watch, and he's learning how to become a co-host and a host on Blab by participating. He does a good job, and tune in tomorrow, and you can watch Lindsay. Then Wednesday, I'm going to do the program on how to host the Blab, which goes over the features on what you do to host the Blab. And Thursday, we're going to be going over what we call best common practices, where we can discuss just things in general that are common sense type things when you are doing a live streaming event. And it just gives you some insight as to what you should be aware of. And we go over the basics of video equipment and sound equipment, and that you don't really need them to start out. But eventually, if you continue to do a Blab and you want to do it on a regular basis, you might want to consider it in the future. But don't get hung up that you're going to be spending a whole lot of money to start doing a Blab. It's not necessary. And then on Friday, we have open our casual Friday with we just open the mic up and we have a discussion. We want to talk about Blab. Last week we kind of got off discussion and talked about some other things, but it was a good Friday. And so these are things that you can look forward to during the week. And we have some new people here. Claudia, thanks for joining us again. Claudia is a regular here. She's great. You want to follow Claudia. If there's anybody new here that has a question, I'm going to open the seat, jump in, take a few minutes. And also the Circadians, if any of the Circadians are here, jump in, tell us what you do, and we'll go from there.
I'm going to just highlight Lindsay's question, if that's okay, over in the question box, just so people see how that question box works. Lindsay just basically typed in, "Here is a question." So there's not much to answer there, but we can highlight that question so everybody can read along, and that's how it's done. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. I'm looking forward to being here in the morning. Also looking forward to being here tonight. I've got a question here about what Lindsay is doing tonight, and I'm going to kind of fudge the question aspect just a little bit to give
Funny
you
how
that.
you snuck that in there, Lindsay. That was good. I like that.
Well, you said to say what I was doing. My name is Lindsay Allen. I'm unretired. I do websites as a web presence. That's a website with a blog and associated social media. I am a Circadian, and my Circadian friends have nudged me, urged me, twisted my arm to do another Blab. So that is the shortcut URL for it down there. I am writing for NaNoWriMo this month. NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writers Month, where participants attempt to write 50,000 words in 30 days. I'm on the eighth day in. I have 15,000 words. I'm also playing a warlock in World of Warcraft, and I have got him up to level 35, I believe. So that's what I do, and that's what I'm doing, and I'm having fun. And guys, you're doing a great presentation today, as usual. And I will be online with you in the morning, Bill. And that's it. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much, Lindsay. We'll forward the $10 we owe you for that great comment.
I was afraid he was going to talk for a half hour. We get the hook ready when Lindsay comes on. We never know. We might have to just put it in there and pull him off. No, Lindsay's a great guy.
I've got
tune
a
in
question.
Tomorrow.
I've got a question here. That's a good question and an important question from Irish Mandolin Hobie. How do you join your group, Bill? What time is it where you are now? It's 9:22 a.m. in Belize. We're basically U.S. Central Time with no time changes through the year. But to join our group, the Circadians, is actually quite easy. And what you would do is just go to thecircadians.com. You'll be able to read a little bit about what we do. And at the bottom of that page, you can request to come to some of our clinics.
And it is 10:24 now on the Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast of the U.S., where I am down here in Jupiter, Florida.
Good morning to Boomy. Boomy had a Blab yesterday, and I'm sorry, Boomy, I subscribed to your Blab, and somebody knocked on my door, and when I went there a few minutes later, you were gone. So I'm sorry I missed it, and I presume you didn't record it because I didn't get a replay of it, so I was disappointed.
Eileen Smith joined us. She's probably at work. I know she loves the weekends. When Friday comes, that's Eileen's time to shine.
Well, Eileen had a great Blab yesterday too, and I tuned in for that one as well. And
hi.
Here's Eileen.
Yeah, and thanks for tuning in.
Oh,
and
I
just figured I would say good morning to you guys. I snuck away for a second. I'm on a break.
You're on a break. Perfect. Is that one of those 25 and 5 things? Work for 25 minutes and just walk around for 5?
Right. I like that. I think I'm going to integrate that into my workflow.
Yes. Oops.
Tell us what you do, Eileen. I know you're one of the beginners on Blab, and if anybody knows the newest stuff out on Blab, you want to follow Eileen because she is really up to date on it all.
And thanks for the props, folks. I am a membership manager, and I also do promotions. And the other thing I do, which I love, is academic outreach. So I do academic outreach to mostly engineering students, but really college students that are aspiring to be technical experts in the area, because I work for a technical book publisher. So we're always looking for folks to contribute their expertise. And so I try to find those people and convince them how important it is to become a member.
Very good.
Yep. So far, so good. Doing that. I've been here for 32 years. So if anybody ever talks about quitting your 9 to 5, I'm not in that camp. I kind of love my job.
Well, you know what? If you love your job, it makes it a lot easier to do. So.
Yes, absolutely. So anyway, I don't think they made any updates for Blab this past week.
No.
Of course, there was a ton, a week and a half ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been kind of quiet. I think maybe because I think the Blab team is away on a conference.
They should be back now. That was last week. They should be back in the office now. We'll see.
Okay, so
there's your answer,
changes.
No updates in the last couple of days, as far as we know. We'll keep you posted though. Tune in every day.
There was one little bug that creeped in with the direct upload to YouTube, so they disabled that. So, but we all know that there's no big deal about that. You just get the email and just download the file and upload it. Just a couple clicks more.
Yep.
But that's not an issue. Yeah, exactly. But other than that, everything seems to be moving right along smoothly. I'm loving Blab. I love it more today than yesterday. That's a song, right?
and you can tell by Eileen's smiling face. Every time you see her, she has that smiling face on.
Thank you. Okay, I think my 5 is back to work, so I'm going to go work for 25.
Well, we
bye, Eileen. Thank you.
Blab.
Thanks, Eileen.
Okay. Anybody else that might be new out there? I'm not a fan of this whole new main page video playing while I'm searching for a Blab. Casey, I understand what you're saying. We've heard comments pro and con on this, and I just scroll past it. I don't pay attention to it. The other thing I'm not real a fan of, but people do seem to like it, I guess, is at the end of this Blab, within 10 seconds, you're going to be taken to another Blab. If you don't want to do that, you can go up to the left-hand corner there where it says beta, click on it, and it'll take you back to the home page of Blab. But those are some things. They're just trying to do different things, and I guess get a response. If you want to comment to them, you can. It used to be on the bottom of the page, Bill, but I don't see it there anymore. I think they have to go to something like that hashtag Blab Weekly, or I can't think of where it is right now, but there are some things on Twitter and things that you can get it. You can get in touch with the Blab team. Brittany at Blab, search for her, and you can comment to her also. I don't know of anything else we have to cover. It's with no updates and changes. We don't get thrown off guard, so we can cover things and don't have to worry about the changes.
Well, I'm going to add a little disclaimer, because maybe there were some changes on the weekend, but I spend so much time from Monday through Friday that I try and take a bit of a break from all of this on the weekends. And although I do go and watch a lot of them, I don't actually do a lot of creating of Blabs and that kind of thing. So there may have been some changes that we just haven't seen yet, but I don't think so. Everything looks pretty standard, pretty normal.
Been running pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I a little bit about, again, the Circadians. We have 2 clinics a day. In the morning, we kind of set the agenda for what we're going to go over during the day. And in the afternoon, it's usually a few day or a week-long topic. Like 2 weeks ago, we were talking about YouTube and doing the videos and uploading videos. And last week, we were discussing Canva and how to do images and how to find stuff in Canva. There's some things that I didn't know. I didn't know where to look for things, and now I know. So it makes it a little bit easier on how to use Canva. And we, if somebody has a technical issue, we try to handle it. And a lot of times we don't even have to do things at the clinic. You can contact the members who are familiar with certain have certain talents, and contact them, and they can help you out. So we get a lot of stuff done. We usually try to keep it to 25, 30 minutes at each one of the meetings. And it's just a quick way to learn. And that's what the Circadians are about, getting stuff done quickly.
Well, and the nice thing about it is usually our afternoon clinics are planned from the week before. Like you said, we did Canva last week, and the week before that, we covered YouTube and a lot of its basics. But in the morning, it's kind of wide open. So if you have something, or if we have something that we really, that's been really bothering us or holding us back, I mean, we actually cover that stuff in the morning clinic, and it's kind of open just for that reason. If you're a Circadian, you can come in and get stuff done right away. So that's one of the benefits of not being too scheduled in the morning one, I think.
Absolutely. Well, Bill, does anybody else have any questions?
We got done. Oh, here's Lindsay's back.
Oh,
let's give him another 30 seconds.
Well, let me remind you. I feel like who was it? Henry Youngman. I don't get no respect. I just like to notify any of you guys who've joined since we began. If you'd do us a favor, this is a free blab, and we give you a lot of good information. We would appreciate it if you could pay us back by telling a little birdie. Go up there, click on "Tell a Little Birdie" so that your friends and neighbors will know what a great taste you have in blabs, and broadcast to them about the fact that you are watching this show. We appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.
I got one more thing I want to say. If Michelle could post the link, if you want to give us a review on our blab here today, or any of them, Michelle can post the link for us that can take you there. And we don't care if it's a 1-star review, 5-star, 1.5, 2.5. We take the halves as well as the whole ones, and
we care.
Also, let us know what you want us to discuss on that review page.
We do care. We appreciate the 5s, but we appreciate the 1s too, because we'd like to know how to make the presentation better for you.
I didn't mean I did. Yeah, what I said didn't make sense, did it? I didn't have my second cup of coffee today. Thanks, Bill, for straightening that out. It made it sound like I didn't care what these people thought. No, that's not it. We do care. What I meant was that, you know what? I'm not even going to dig my hole any deeper. It's deep enough already.
Marie Collins is asking a question. Which one of your profiles is the Canva episode found under, please? Now, there's 2 things I'm going to address with this question. And I don't know why it didn't work, because it looks like she added /Q. Maybe there was no space put in there. Make sure you put a space after the Q, and it'll go into the questions column so that we can pin it for everyone. But the Canva episode is something that we do as Circadians in our private clinic. So you have to be a member in order to get to that content. And we encourage people to make contact with us at thecircadians.com.
Okay. You know what, Bill? If that's it, I think I'm going to say goodbye to you and goodbye to our friends. I'll give them a couple minutes to ask a few more questions if they wish. And they can catch us again tomorrow. And thank you for joining us.
Just once again for Marie, it's /Q, then a space, then your question.
Yeah, let me hold that sign up again.
Yeah. And while we're here, before we go, if you
a space and then type in your question and hit enter.
Yeah. And if you want to test that again while we're still here for a few seconds, certainly.
Yeah, we'll wait for you. Try it again. Make sure you get it right. That's what we're here for. We don't want to leave now. Give it one more try.
And I guess while we're waiting for Marie, or while we give Marie that opportunity, we'll mention once again that if you don't want to be sent to another blab, click the beta in the upper left-hand corner. And we know that it may not be that you don't want to be sent to another Blab, but unfortunately you can't control which Blab you're going to be sent to. And we've been told about people who have been sent to Blabs that they didn't really want to go to for whatever reason. We won't get into that. So just be aware that it's not us sending you. It's all part of the platform, and the easiest way around it is to just click on the beta. And it looks like Marie got her question in, so I'm going to pin it just so that people out there can see the benefit to us and to them of actually asking your questions over in the question side. And we've already answered the question, so I think for me that's it, Ron. I'm gonna jump out and leave you to close up, and hopefully we'll see everybody back here again tomorrow.
I see Stan Bush joined us. Should we see if he wants to have anything to say, or just ignore him?
Well, I mean, everybody is equal. I mean, he should be entitled to his 30 seconds as well. So
we know Stan quite well, and that's why I said what I said.
But apparently not. So I think we can wrap it up, and I'm going to say bye for now, guys, and I'll see you in a bit, Ron.
Okay. See you, Bill. I'm going to stop the recording here.